Hello, thanks for being here with me, Tiger Lilith Tarot. We are going to be looking at the full moon for all my Leo placements. Hello, welcome Leos. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. Welcome to the Cross Watchers. I hope I have messages for all of you. We're going to look at a few different areas of this full moon in Libra season. First, we're going to look at what's manifested for you for the past 2 weeks. Could be from intentions that you set from the new moon. If you didn't set any intentions, we're just going to see what happened past 2 weeks, because this is going to be an area where you can show gratitude. That is one of the meanings of this of the full moon, one of the energies of the full moon. But it is also a card, one of the oracle cards that I pulled for almost every sign with the full moon, between the new moon and the first quarter moon readings. For this moon cycle. So that is a reason why I am particularly looking at gratitude. Right, and then the second section, which has been really interesting, is where the veil is being lifted for you, where in your life. And what this section has kind of manifested itself to be is, where are you going to be able to see something very clearly? It's almost like you're getting accelerated sight in a certain area of your lives, Leo. And you're able to just, right, because the veil is lower, so you're just able to see things. Sorry, excuse me. You're able to see whatever comes out in the center row. It's what you can see clearer, what you can move through quicker in your life. Wow. Okay, this is looking good. And then this is going to be magic and wisdom of this moon phase. Wow, Leo. Okay, so this is an interesting spread so far, because we start with the Tower as where to show gratitude. So something happened, something came, in this Tower, it's not something coming crumbling down so much as I feel like there's a particular room in this building that's being highlighted. And this is the Hollywood Tower Hotel here. Certainly looks like that's what this is. It's the Walking Dead just coming in. Though I'm using the Zombie Tarot. By the way, Halloween is coming up. This whole veil being lifted. But I'm really liking this deck. Really interesting messages. I like it. So there's a room here, and it's hard to tell probably. But there are zombies just coming in. Just walking into what looks to be someone's home. At first I thought it was an office building, but it's a home, it could be a hotel, but it's a structure, and it's being just something's coming in and saying, no, that's not how this is going to be. That's what it feels like. There's an energy that came in and was like, nope, and took something over. Like, I keep getting the word infiltrated popping into my head, and this doesn't look like an infiltration to me. It doesn't look planned, but that's what keeps happening in my head. So maybe that's how you interpret it. Either way, something got shaken, chaos, confusion, but saying that's where to show gratitude. So we will see what more comes out with that, Leo. We have the Ten of Cups under where the veil is being lowered for you. The Ten of Cups, happiness, love, celebration, everything you ever wanted, emotionally fulfilling. Right? There's drinks here in the sand. There's celebration. There's good times. Not looking, even the town is on fire in the background. And there is like a zombie, but skeleton more like, and it's like you escaped the danger, you got away, and you're happy with your family. There's a veil being lowered when it comes to what makes you happy, I feel like. Maybe you've been wondering, what is it that makes me happy? And you're going to be able to see that. See more when we clarify. For some of you, you could be seeing that your family, you could be getting clarity about a family situation, about a child, a spouse. And then under magic and wisdom of this moon phase, we have the Empress. That's what I mean, Leo. This started with the Tower. We have the Ten of Cups and the Empress. So you're incredibly creative, very attractive right now, a protector of children, right? This woman has, even though the child is a zombie, it looks like she's protecting her. She's got her arm around the child. She has her hand up. It's like, no, you're not getting any closer. It's protecting, very protective of children. That's what I'm getting here. Gardening, very fertile energy. Your magic and wisdom comes from your creation, your ability to create, to nurture. Really, more so to nurture. Nurture creation is what I'm getting. Okay, the Tower. We're going to look more into this with the Zombie Tarot, and then I'm going to pull some cards from this other deck. I can't remember the name of this deck. Okay, we have Judgment. Wow, okay. Leo, something really got shaken up. And the King of Cups. Yeah, whatever happened here, Judgment... Whatever this Tower moment was, this chaos, this confusion, something coming in and just like ruining a good time. That's what I'm getting. Judgment. It was an awakening. King of Cups. You awakened to your own emotional stability through this situation. You really had to be comfortable in your emotions. I feel like there was a lot you couldn't say. His mouth is underwater. It's like he's talking... So he's talking about his emotions to his emotions. It's all about him. And all you see is his eyes. You're just observing, not speaking. That's what I got. Be grateful for what you found out while you've been observing and not speaking. It was an awakening. I feel like something really threw you with the Tower. It's like you couldn't talk. You didn't know what to say. The Tower and Judgment. Something can't be the same. This Judgment card, right? As soon as this button is pushed, fire, and this bomb, this missile, is deployed, and then it hits the ground, nothing's the same after it, right? This is atomic bomb, mushroom cloud in the background. The land isn't the same. Nothing is the same. It's radiation. It's radiated. It's destroyed. It's not going to be the way it was again, ever. And you just didn't say anything. It's like you knew, too. I feel like you knew something. Well, you did. You had an awakening with Judgment, but you didn't talk about this awakening. This was a very internal, very intimate experience with yourself. Okay. Let's see, the Ten of Cups. What is this Ten of Cups? Maybe that's why the Ten of Cups is here. Now the veil is being lowered. It's like something for, like you were forced to do the work, in a way. This Tower. And because you had this awakening and you matured, the very mature energy, you matured emotionally, you're being shown what you've always wanted. Ten of Cups, you can see it clearer. The world and death. Whew. This World card, too, is like something coming in and destroying happy home, right? That's like a ball of fire coming in and just kind of taking something out. And death. Something is over. Oh, Leo. This death card here, the veil could be very low for you. I feel like you're really going to be shown your emotions more. This person, his brain there's not a brain in his head. The brain is over here. The Ten of Cups is about emotions, right? Death is one of Scorpio's card, a water sign. King of Cups, your emotions. Or Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, but Scorpio the most with being it's a king. The World usually has the fixed signs on it. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. More Scorpio energy here with Judgment. Could be a Scorpio around you. You could have Scorpio in your chart, or this is just a very transformational time. It's been a little dark, but a little transformational. Something is transforming You're being shown. You're being shown how to happily, like, how to happily transform something in your home from some sort of bad, like a negative or just an unwanted situation, I feel like. Let's see the Empress. Ten of Wands. Okay. Magic and wisdom in this moon phase. So all this nurturing, caring, you're feeling burdened by it feels like, Leo, while you're protecting other people, it's like you're also acknowledging here with the Ten of Wands, with this particular card, you're like, but there are other things that are just in pieces. And I feel like that's you. I feel like it's you that's in pieces. Like, you're kind of like, you've been nurturing. You have to nurture yourself too, right? The Empress can only be the Empress because she is taking care of herself first. The Ten of Wands, yeah, there you are, the Queen of Wands. I knew this was you. This is you. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But in this reading, for the first card that's come out, that's been a Leo card. This is you over here feeling that, again, she doesn't have an arm. She's taken her arm off at the elbow so she can give it to someone. The Queen of Wands in this deck is a nurse. She's caring for other people, looking after other people. Meanwhile, there is a burden over here. There are pieces. I feel like, again, Leo, like this is you. Like, you're like, but I'm over here in pieces. I'm trying to hold it together, but I am falling apart. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're trying to... okay. We'll see more. We're going to get more cards here. Three of Cups. Celebration. I need to have more fun. This has been a pretty serious... I mean, this is... We have the Ten of Cups here. So that's happiness. It's where the veil is being lowered. So I feel like you're going to be seeing something. And I'm going to do this veil being lowered section for every reading from now up until Halloween. These messages have been by far, I think, the most intense. Okay. The Tower. The message is in the center, I mean. What's this Tower? Yeah, see, remember when I said you knew this was coming? The High Priestess, you did know something with the Queen of Coins. You knew something before it happened with this Tower moment here. Queen of Coins, stability. I feel like you knew something and you prepared. Something you looked after yourself, I feel. The faces on these cards, I've never noticed this before. They have a really similar expression. They're both very discerning. Their head is cocked to the side, the same way. I feel like you... I also, Leo, feel like you blocked something off. If something... Right, because, okay, this Tower happened. There was chaos, confusion, but I feel like it could have been worse. I feel like this High Priestess, Queen of Coin is... I almost feel like this High Priestess is you, and the Queen of Coin is another person that could have been going to come in and cause even more damage. But you knew something. You sat in that knowing, and just by doing that, and by holding yourself in this way of like knowing that you had the answers, knowing that you knew what was coming, I feel like you blocked that energy off. I feel like this Tower moment could have been worse if you didn't trust your intuition. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what's this Judgment card? I don't know. I had a weird feeling from the Queen of Coins energy there. Judgment with the Seven of Wands. Your energy, Leo. This awakening might have been something that made other people uncomfortable. But you are standing in this truth. Whatever you saw that can't be unseen, whatever awakening that you had, whatever transformation you observed, you were like, nope, this is what I saw. That's what I said, and I'll say it again. Exactly the same way, you're just standing firm in a knowing that you have. I see the Seven of Wands card as a very intuitive card as well, symbolizing, intuition. We have the High Priestess here too, and the King of Cups. It's water energy. You really trusted something. You trusted yourself. King of Cups. What is this King of Cups energy? Like this is you just really, there's the Ten of Wands. Okay. So this Ten of Wands, this burden here is your emotions. You're not talking about your emotions. We knew this with the King of Cups, right? Observing but not speaking. At this point, Leo, you're too tight-lipped and it is hurting you. You need to share your emotions. I feel like you've taken on the role of emotional mentor, and meanwhile you are, again, you're just carrying the demands, the burdens of others. You're not looking at your own emotional well-being. And you're emotionally stable. That's not what this is. You're emotionally in control, but you're not really in touch with what you are feeling because you're controlling your emotions and not talking about them. We have a lot of tens coming out here already. Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands twice. Something is ending. Death card. Tower. Let's see what this Ten of Cups is for Leo. What is this Ten of Cups? Nine of Swords. Wow. Leo. Ten of Cups with the Knight of Swords. So this happiness makes you anxious. No, you're going to see that there's been a block in your happiness. That's where the veil is being lowered. Something has been messing with your happiness, is what this feels like. And you're like, why? Why can't I sleep at night? Ace of Wands, maybe even, if you've been unable to create. If you're usually creative, but lately you haven't been able to, you're going to be shown why. It feels like, because, right, the world and death, and this world card, again, this is, I don't see this as a happy completion with this card. It's exposure. It's forced exposure. So you're going to really, okay, what is this world card? I say forced exposure because if those people want to save themselves, they need to leave the home. There you are. Queen of Wands again. You're going to be shown that you have to leave the house. That you have to leave where you are. Break out of a comfort zone. Leave an environment. Maybe, I'm not really getting moving here. Although maybe something fell. Maybe this is repairing what fell. I mean, not speaking about your emotions also is causing this block. I feel, Leo, like with this coming out here, you're going to be shown, the veil is being lowered on, for you, you're going to be seeing very clearly what is coming. Like, if there's a ball of fire on the way to Earth and people need to get out of the way, like, Leo, this is your energy. You're like, yeah, I saw this ball of fire cut, right? Because this is what you're being shown. This is where the veil is being lowered for you. It's going to lead to success because the World card is about success. So getting out of the way of something, whatever you're shown to get out of the way of, that's the right path. Like, if that will lead to your success, you do it boldly, fearlessly. This is fearlessly. You're going to be shown, I feel like, too, like your own world. Whatever that means. Be shown, yeah. All the inner workings of your world, who you are. Oh, well, okay, here's the moving card. The Chariot, one of them. One of my cards of moving. The Chariot with Death. We have a lot of major arcana coming out for you, Leo. A very karmic cycle here. The Chariot with Death. More water energy. Cancer. The Chariot. You're going to be shown... Veil is lowering when it comes to moving forward. That's, you're transitioning, you're moving out of, and that's where the happiness comes in. Action. Speaking about your emotions, moving on, harnessing your willpower, but also working with others. Yeah, the Three of Wands with your energy right below it. The Moon. Something's hidden from you right now. There's Death again. Yeah, this transition, you might not even see a transition coming, but it is. The Chariot. Really, feel like the Chariot with the Queen of Wands, you're really going to be shown something about your own power, too. How powerful you are. How powerful your willpower is when harnessed correctly. You can work with others, but also drive something forward at the same time. The Empress, oh, the Three of Wands. It was just at the bottom of the deck, okay? There are a lot of threes as well. The World, the Empress. We have the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The Three of Wands coming out. Threes and tens. And the World for me is a 3 and a 10 at the same time, because the World is completion and success, which is usually a 10 number meaning. But the World, when broken down, is number 21. When broken down, it's a 3. And threes are manifestation, creativity. So something is ending. I remember I said something somewhere, I don't remember where like you weren't able to be creative. That's going to be ending. You're going to be very creative. You're going to be shown how creative you are and how bold you are. The Three of Wands with the Empress. Again, 2 threes. Ready to go on an adventure. Again, with a 10. Ready. You're ready. I feel, Leo, like you really want to nurture and create something. You want to go after something. But you can't because you're in pieces. It's this 10 of Wands is like your nemesis right now in this deck. This is, or this spread, this deck. That's it. And it's you holding yourself back. You're not talking about your emotions. I feel like you're going to be forced to, actually, with this World and Queen of Wands energy, right? So forced exposure. Something you're put in the spotlight. I don't know. Yeah, but you're going to be talking about it. What is this 10 of Wands? What is this 10 of Wands? I'm going to laugh if the King of Cups comes out. Well, it's not the King of Cups, but it's the Knight of Cups. And another 10 at the bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Cups with the 10 of Wands. This could be a love offer that broke your heart, left you feeling like you were in pieces. This could be your creative projects. The Knight of Cups. Your emotions. This is your emotions again with the 10 of Wands. You have to release the burden of your own emotions. Creation. You haven't been creating. Maybe that's how you do it, Leo. Maybe that's what you're being shown. Why you're being shown how creative you are. Excuse me. Take a sip of water. Oh, sorry. My allergies have been acting up lately. Creation. That's why you're being shown how creative you are, who you are. That's why you're being exposed. This is not a bad exposure. This is people like looking up, like look at, you're not revered. That's a heavy word, but this is not a negative. This has to do with you creating again. You have to create something again. I don't think this is love, actually, with this Knight of Cups. I think this is creation, moving towards your emotions and letting your emotions create. If you're an artist, or just, a hobby. This doesn't have to be something that you do for work or business. I don't think it is. I don't think we have a single pentacle on this spread, actually, aside from the Queen of Coins. We don't. This isn't about your work. There's nothing to do with that. This is about you and your emotions and expressing yourself. They need to come out of you, right? You're a fire sign. It's action, passion. Express your emotions passionately. Find a place where it's acceptable for you to do that. I say that as a fellow fire sign. Sometimes, that fiery energy is like a lot, and you need to really, really get it out. Like if you have to take a mallet to something, you have to take a mallet to something. I'm just saying, do it in a place where you can, legally take a mallet to something. That's all. Okay, the Queen of Wands. What is this Queen of Wands energy here? The Eight of Coins and the Star. Interesting. So we end with 2 8s coming out. Five of Wands, your energy at the bottom. So 8s are about the natural cycle of things. That's why I said, that's what we're ending with. I like that. All right, Eight of Coins, the Star with the Queen of Wands. Leo, I feel like your magic and wisdom here is you just continuing. You're working hard on something with the Eight of Coins. You are. You are creating something. Okay. Right? With the Star, you're doing something innovative. Because this is your energy. But you're not talking about it yet. The Five of Wands is competition. What is under this? The Eight of Wands. And then the Magician. Okay, you're not talking... You're... Leo. I'm not saying you're being sneaky over here, but you're planning. You're determined. There's something you're very determined about. You're not talking about it yet because you know that there's competition. It's like that there's something about this Five of Wands that's telling me it's not the right time. You know that's not the right time for something. Eight of Wands. But when it is the right time, I feel like you will send the message. You will put whatever it is, another 8, that you're working on into the world, or whatever, messages. You're sending things, messages, information, and then the Magician. Because then it's going to manifest. I feel like you know this, and that's why you're holding something back. This manifestation might cause a heartbreak. We have the Three of Swords with the Devil, but then the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands. I'm not quite sure what exactly is going on down here, Leo, but you are planning something. You're working hard on something very, very... Or that is where your magic and wisdom lies. I feel like, too, with the Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands represents self-sacrifice specifically in this guidebook, in this deck. I feel like there's something here about you finding the balance between self-sacrifice and helping people and being so willing to help and willing to give and working hard for yourself. I feel like there is something that's coming into balance there because we have the Star here. Because something is able to expand from these energies. So, like, it's kind of like, to me, saying you must be doing something right. Otherwise, something would not be able to expand. It wouldn't be able to grow. It wouldn't be able to... It's not only growth. The Empress, something grows because she nurtures it. The Star looks out into the future and says, how can I, excuse me. How can I take what's already here and make it better by taking a piece of me and a piece of everything else, humanity. This is Aquarius card of a humanitarian, and put it together. And it's innovative, right? It's innovative energy. It's not nurturing so much. So that's what I mean. That's why I say, like, whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, and maybe you know the 10 of Cups here under what you're going to be shown. Maybe you know this, Leo. Maybe you know this is going to bring you a lot of happiness, and there's something about that that's no stressing you out. But whatever's blocking you, it's going to be shown to you, and I feel like it's going to be gone. Right. Oracle card from the Astrology deck. We have Saturn coming out here. Saturn, the daddy planet, as I like to call it, the planet of the father. You could have a predominant Saturn placement in your chart. Saturn rules over Capricorn, and in traditional olden times astrology, Aquarius as well. Words on this card: the maturity that brings, caution regarding, and limits imposed. I don't know if it'll focus enough, but that's what it says up there. You are maturing. There's maturity here. The King of Cups. I felt that. Maturity. Caution and limits imposed. Maybe you ran up against a limit. This tower, almost feels like a limit imposed. It is something that comes out of nowhere and just shakes things up. And sometimes it does that if we've gotten too much on our high horse, not only about not necessarily about ourselves, but put other things on a pedestal. Whatever's on a pedestal is knocked down when the tower comes. So whatever was you held on a pedestal was knocked off of that pedestal, and I feel like that's where that was the limit. Like, you learned the limit that way. And I feel like you are moving cautiously, but almost a little too cautiously, Leo. I do feel like it's time to create again. Yeah, Leo energy at the bottom of the deck. Leadership, the creativeness of, literally says that on the card. It's the second line up there. And it says, do what you want to. This is a time, do what you want to do. You already know what your limits are. You met them here. You've matured. It's time to get moving. That's been a message too for a few signs. It's time to go. It's time to accept the next challenge the universe is showing you. And you're really going to be shown in the center here. I feel like whether you like it or not, you're going to be shown how creative you are. And a block will be removed. You're going to be shown what the block is. If someone has been blocking you, it'll be exposed. Whatever was blocking you will be exposed, so you'll know. All right, Leos, this is what I have for you. Thanks so much for being here. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if this helped, if it didn't help, anything in between, what you thought. Like and subscribe if you would like a personal reading. I do offer those. Information can be found in the description box below. Otherwise, I hope you have a really lovely full moon.